So I'm here with one of our dark walnut podcast table minis, and it's made specifically to fit between two chairs, soft seating. We have seen scenarios where people will buy multiple minis and then they'll just kind of like fill the room. So they'll have soft seating mini, soft seating mini, soft seating. And so you can do two mics here, another table, another mic, so on and so forth. And so really this is the way that this is designed. The table's angle is to help you figure out the angle of the chair. One of the main features, design features and functionality of the podcast table mini, you'll see these dots here. And so these dots represent spots where you can mount microphones. And when I say mount microphones, I mean also flush mount microphones as to clamping a microphone. So some people, they will clamp the microphones and you've got an edge here so you can clamp your mics wherever you'd like. But the way that we built these is for a flush mount scenario. So with the podcast table mini, we send this hardware, and you'll see what this looks like. And we have a little photo here that shows you how this works, but I'm going to show you here in the video. So when you order the podcast table mini from us, and additionally you order the Gato wave mic arm, it will come with a clamp, but we remove the clamp from the base so that we can flush mount that base to this table. And what we've done is we've just removed the screws from the bottom of the base. We do send those with this so you can reattach that if you like. So if you're not clamping the base to the table, you're flush mounting it. So you'll have your base and then you have your actual mic arm. And so I just want to show you this scenario here, how this installs. You take this screw and you take that metal washer and then you take this rubber washer and you're just going to reach under. So again, we have multiple mounting points. So you can mount here, but really I've seen it work best when we're mounting up front. So I'll show you what that looks like. Just going to reach under and you're going to pop that bolt through the bottom of the table, put a little pressure, you hear it pop. You set that rubber washer here. So that does two things. One, it's going to protect the wood from this base. Number two, it's going to create a barrier between the arm and the table. So if there's anything that hits and that sound travels through that arm, it's going to hold up on that rubber. So it creates a little bit of a sound barrier there. But then you'll screw that down. And then I typically just hand tighten it. You can also reach down with a wrench, hold the base, and then tighten that just a little more if you like. And then you'll just grab your mic arm and drop that down in here. So here's something to consider. These chairs are low enough so that this arm comes over the top of the table. And so really one of the measurements that you want to consider is the height of your chair. So this is a 25-inch tall chair to the arm. And then with the pillow, it's a little bit taller. But when you're looking at the dimensions of your chairs and you're trying to choose which ones you're going to buy, consider whether or not you want the arm to come over the arm of the chair or not. I've seen chairs that are a little bit taller and the arm stops here, and some people like that because then it helps you place the mic and then it doesn't come into the middle here. And then additionally, we have with these arms, you can also buy the XLR cable. So if you install your XLR cable, it goes down through these channels here and then it would drop right into this grommet and then under the table. And on the bottom of this table is cable clips so that you can hold all those cables up. And there's also a power outlet to the back of the table. So if you want to set your mixer on the tabletop here, you can do that as well. Or you can just leave it clean, or you can decorate it, do whatever you want with your table. But here's our mic. Yeah, once you've got your mic installed and you got your XLR cables and everything, this is the functionality. You've got your mic here. You can swing it out of the way. One of the things you can also do is run it back that way so it's a little bit more out of the front of the shot. And we actually do suggest running the mic arm back over the top of the table so that you're not having the counterweight out this way. Although with the mics installed, we do have enough durability and sturdiness so that this isn't going to tip forward. So you can either pull the mic arm out or you can pull the mic arm back and then position this microphone to the guest or the host. Something to consider as well. I typically like to put mics out in front of people, but when people are talking, they like to try and face each other. So you want to make sure that you position your mic out towards, if they're looking at that person, then you can still catch that audio over the top of the microphone.